chill. Just go with it. Let's do this. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Jillicious Reads. I'm Jill, and this is my first video, so welcome to my first video. I'm super excited and nervous all at the same time. The first video I decided why not start it off right so you can get to know me and everything else like that. So we're doing the Booktube Newbie tag. I decided to start off with that so you can get to know me a little bit better. Before we get into the questions though, I'll introduce myself a little more. So I am Jill, I'm 30 years old, and I'm a work from home mom. So basically I do have a corporate job. It's like a 9-to-5 job, but remote. And then I also take care of my child at the same time while working. It is lots of fun and hard, but lots of fun. I am happily married to my husband. We just did our 5th year anniversary last month. So basically I have a little family of 3, and we have a cat named Stark and a little Chihuahua dog named Bonbon. Besides the way that she looks like a Chihuahua, you wouldn't think she's a Chihuahua by the way she acts, which is really funny to me. That's it for the little introduction of me. If you do have any extra questions about my life or whatever you want to know, comment them below and I'll answer them. Let's get into it. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I wanted to find more book friends. I also have a Bookstagram, which I'll link below as well, that I need to be way more active on. I've had like past 2 years have been crazy because I started my Bookstagram 2 years ago. The past 2 years have been so crazy that I just haven't been able to keep up on it. I wanted to like make it a goal to work on that this year, and then I also wanted to start this channel because I want to like expand my book friends and have another place to talk about my books. And also, I just like making videos. I make home videos, and I used to have a YouTube channel that's gone. You can't find it. And I really liked it. And I realized that I kind of missed making the videos, so I decided to do a more niche thing and talk about books. I will also be doing like daily vlogs or weekly vlogs as well randomly. And the sun is coming out, so just be aware the light's gonna change a little bit. I wanted to do that as well, and I'm talking with my hands a lot because I'm nervous, so I'm sorry. Just have another creative outlet, also make more friends in the book world, and just share my love of reading. The next question, what are some fun, unique things you can bring to Booktube? I'd say unique-wise is that I'm 30 and I'm a mom, and I also have a full-time job, so like my reading is not the fastest, or like I don't read like 20 books a month. I read like 3 maybe. Some months I do read more, sometimes months I don't, but like I think I can bring a unique perspective to Booktube because the fact that I'm 30, a mom, have a husband who loves to go hiking and adventuring like that, and then I also, I don't know, I feel like I'm more of an emotional reader, so like if a book makes me feel something, I'm more likely to give it a higher rating rather than just basing it off of like the way it was written and the characters and things. It's also emotional for me because I'm a very emotional person. I cry a lot. So I feel like I can bring that to it as well. And then also a fun thing is I remember things a lot from when I read the books and everything, and like pick out little things that other people sometimes do not pick out. I'm also just really good at like remembering something that happened in the book and find it in the book really quick, so that as well. Next question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I think I'm most excited to be able to share more about like reading and stuff, because I have like my book club and my friends that read and my sister who reads, but I feel like I want to expand people who read, because I feel like sometimes there's books that I really like but then my book club doesn't like as much, so I kind of want to find some people who maybe like, you know, enjoy books that I enjoy a little more. Finding more people that just love reading. I just want to make some more book friends basically, and I think that will be fun and exciting. Most excited just to share my love of reading with the world, pretty much. The next question is, why do you love reading? I would say that I love reading because I like to escape to a different world and like have something to think about that's not like as serious. Like, I mean, when I'm thinking about books, sometimes it gets really serious. Just having a little escape from real world stuff, and then being able to just imagine things, because I have a huge imagination. Like, I can imagine things very well, and so I love reading just because it like helps that a lot. And I don't know, I just really love escaping into a book. What book or series got you into reading? I would say there's like 3 different answers to this. This is like the book that made me realize I could read, the series that made me realize I could read, the one that started me up reading again, and then, or got me really into reading, and then the after high school reading book. So the first book, because I have dyslexia, so when I was younger I hated reading just because it was hard for me to do and I didn't enjoy it whatsoever. And so the series, A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, got me into reading. I don't know what it was about those books, but I started reading them and I just loved them. I was like, this is so good. I literally, if they weren't packed away, I would show you them, but I have the whole entire series still to this day. And then I also have like a special edition copy of like the first book. That got me into reading when I was like in elementary school and like made it so I felt like I wasn't dumb, I could read. So that was those books. And then in high school, the book that really, really got me into reading, it was also the first series that I ever read where I like had to wait for each consecutive book to come out. So it was maybe middle school, high school-ish, but was the Hunger Games series by Susan Collins. Literally, I had to wait for those books to come out, and it made me never want to read a series that wasn't fully out again. And here I am doing it again. But anyways, that got me like really back into reading in high school, and then like a lot of people had a hiatus of not reading during college and like in some of my adult years. Hey guys, future Jill here, because I was editing this video and realized that I had a mom brain / brain damage moment, because I do have some brain damage. If you want to know more about that, I can talk about that later. So the book that got me back into reading in my adult years, in the original video, I said it was better than the movies by Lynn Painter, but that is not the case. I actually read that later on. The book / books that got me back into reading in my adult life were, one, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and then that kind of like jump-started it. And then I started reading a Disney Twisted Tales, or a Twisted Tales by Liz Bra as well. She wrote a couple. But the ones specifically were Unbirthday, Straight On Till Morning, and Part of Your World. So those are what got me back into reading in my adult years. I don't know why I thought it was better than the movies. I ended up reading that in 2023 when these happened in like 2022. So those, and 2021, 2022. So those are the books that I read in my adult life that like jump-started it. And then Better Than the Movies was later on. I originally said that, but that was not the case. So I just wanted to jump in here and tell the right stuff. Mom brain and brain damage mixed together is not a fun thing, my friends. Not a fun thing. Now, let's go back to my past self. Next question, what challenges do you think starting a Booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I would say consistency with it, because I have a full-time job and I have a baby and I have a husband, so it's like consistency might be a struggle for me. I'm trying to combat that with doing sit-down videos like this where I chat, but then also doing like vloggy type things where I'm like, here, let's read, or like everyday life things mixed in as well. So hopefully I can combat that, but I feel like consistency is going to be the biggest hurdle for me. When did you start reading? I would say for my adult life, I started reading again in 2021, 2022, and then got really into it. Because I started my book Instagram in 2022. So yeah, so 2021 is my adult life, like starting to really read again. I mean, in high school I read a lot too, and like the first year of college as well. But then after that I paused, and then I didn't start reading again until 2021. And then where do you read? I read all over the place. I read in bed. I read in this chair, my little work chair that I have. I read on my couch. I read outside on my little swing. I read everywhere. In a bookstore. I feel like the most place I read though is probably on the couch. I've also read in the car when my baby falls asleep in the car and I don't want to try to move her, so I let her sleep in the car. So it really just depends, but I feel like the most place would probably be my couch. And then the last question, the final question of this video is, what kind of books do you like to read? What kind of books do I like to read? I would say the main ones I do read are romance and romantasy, and then like murder mystery, like mystery vibes at the top. This year I have a goal of trying to get into like a new genres that I don't read. Like I really want to start reading historical fiction because I love history, and so I feel like historical fiction will be good in there. Those are the main three, would be romance, fantasy, romantasy, and I guess four. So romance, fantasy, romantasy, and my brain has lost the other one I was talking about. Murder mystery vibes. Mystery, basically. I do like to dip my toes into thriller a little bit too, but some thrillers are just too much for me. So it's like, it's kind of like the murder mystery with a little bit of thriller, like the one that's like, they're right on the line of being from like a murder mystery to a thriller. Like those ones I like. And I like romance, but I don't like it to be too spicy, which is a little difficult because a lot of the romance books that I like do have a lot of spice in them. Not a lot of spice for me. But that's me. If you have any more questions that came up during this, please comment them below and I will answer them. The next video is going to be January TBR and book journal for you guys to see. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you stay along for the ride, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!